Hello, people of the internet. It is me, son of a Bith, aka Dan. I'm here with some more old school Runescape moneymakers. Now, I did not have a specific theme for this video, it was just several moneymakers that I know have worked in the past. I wanted to go back and recheck them and see if they were still worth doing in 2021. So, if content like this is something you enjoy and if you found this helpful, please do consider dropping a like and possibly even subscribing. And if you are feeling especially frisky, leave me a comment below, give me some feedback, let me know some money makers, let me know what you think of these. Any feedback is appreciated, seriously. And the fact that you're just watching this is enormously helpful, so thank you. Let's get into some money makers. So our first money-making method is going to be buying Dragonhide and taking it to the tanner in Alching, making dragon leather and reselling it on the Grand Exchange. So what I'm doing is buying each color of Dragonhide and each color of dragon leather to see which one is going to make us the most money. And you want to be sure to include the 20 gold pieces it's going to take to actually tan the Dragonhide when you're doing your calculations. So the blue Dragonhide has the highest margin by quite a bit, so we are going to go ahead and put in offers for that.
Oh, would help if I bought the entire supply of what we needed. Okay, well, it bought. That's good. We know it's going to buy. Okay, so we're going to buy 3,000 in 1848. It's going to cost us a total of 5.5 mil.
We're going to leave them in the Grand Exchange, let them slow buy, and I'll show you how to tan them. So after you've bought your Dragonhide, there's pretty much just three things you'll need. You'll need your Dragonhide, your Ring of Dueling to teleport to the duel arena, as well as some cash to tan. You can also do this with an Amulet of Glory. Might save you a few steps. Honestly, it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. We're going to run east and south of our glider. We're going to see the tannery, the symbol that almost looks like a bit of toast. And we are simply going to trade Mr. Ellis. Be sure to right click, otherwise you will enter a dialogue with him. Right click again, tan all, and the bank is just south of here. So we don't even really have to do anything. We can just click on the bank tab here and we'll deposit, pull more Dragonhide out, and that'll be that. So before we sell off all of these blue dragon leathers, we are going to quickly check what they're selling for and get the lowest price available. So right there, we're looking at around 100 gold pieces for profit, which is great, minus the 20 that it took to tan, about 80. So yeah, we're looking like this is a pretty good deal. We'll sell them off and see how it goes. What was it? 1970? I'm also going to check the RuneLite prices page just to make sure that that is going to be accurate. Okay, so the prices page has it going at 1973, so we're going to sneak in right underneath there to make sure we can lock in our margins, because I don't see it going up. We're just going to go ahead and put it 1970 and try to get these sold. You know what, actually, we're still going to make a fair bit of money. All right, they insta-sold. So total on those, we spent $34.39 and we made back $36.56. So we take into account the amount that we paid to tan those Dragonhides. Looks like it's 180k, just a little over. Nice little moneymaker still. It's been around for quite a long time. Green Dragonhide used to be pretty consistent, but it looks like Blue Dragonhide tonight was just a little bit more profitable. I might go back to Green Dragonhide and try that again sometime, but for now, I'm going to show you what I did while I waited on the Blue Dragonhide to buy. So for this money-making method, we are going to be converting the Staff of Earths into Staff of Airs, utilizing a max house. So we're going to switch to World 330, and then we are going to go to somebody's house, use the crystal ball, and convert these staves. To get the staves, you can do one of two things. You can either buy them from the Grand Exchange or collect them from the wilderness, which I'll show you a bit later. Just to be clear, your house needs to be located in Remington for this to be successful. So we're going to go here, view house advertisements. We're going to make sure just somebody has a max house. So we're just going to hop on this first one.
Then we're going to study the lectern. Oh, that's right. So we're going to use the Staff of Earth on the Crystal of Power. We are going to convert it to air runes.
Once you get your inventory set up and your windows set up, which I will show you right now, you can kind of just become a machine. You can spam 2 with one hand, and with your mouse hand, you can use and convert. You just kind of get into a rhythm, and it goes by really quickly. Now that our inventory is done, we're going to drink from the ornate pool and use the jewelry box to teleport back to the Grand Exchange. We're going to run up, deposit our Staff of Airs. We're going to withdraw our Staff of Earths, teleport back to our house. Then we're going to quickly exit so you don't see how embarrassing my house is, and repeat the process. Alright, so in addition to buying these Staff of Earths from the Grand Exchange, you can also just collect them from the wilderness. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's only really going to take 4 things.
A knife, a burning amulet, a looting bag, and an amulet of glory.
One quick note about this method, it is in the deep wilderness, so definitely don't bring anything you're not willing to lose. You really don't need the looting bag or the amulet of glory or the burning amulet, to be honest, but they are all just for convenience sake. So we're going to go into the wilderness and I'll show you where the Staff of Earths actually are. The one thing you will 100% need is a knife or a slash weapon to get through this web. Everything else, again, just optional. One small annoyance about this area is all of these low-level monsters are aggro, so they will attack you. If you're under like level 50 combat, you might want to bring a couple pieces of food just to ensure that you can tank some hits, but it's really not very far that we have to go.
Oh, that's interesting. It looks like there's somebody else out here doing this as well. So usually the Staff of Earth will spawn right here. Now let's see. Here we go. Okay. So the staves spawn right here. And the nice thing about this method is I'm even on a free world right now. So this spawns in free-to-play wilderness as well. So this is pretty much the method. You just kind of world hop, pick up these staffs, and hop to members world so you're able to fill in the looting bag with staves. Again, the looting bag isn't necessary either, but it's really convenient because you can kind of get 2 inventories with 1 trip. Right, so here we are back in Edgeville. We have a full inventory of our Staff of Earth. We have a full looting bag as well. We already went ahead and put in our staffs from the looting bag. Put those in. We started with 779 in the bank. So in just about 20-minute time, we were able to secure 53 more staves, which if the profit margin remains at around 400, that's 10K almost right there. So really easy way to just stack something up so you can make money on it later.
Right, so for the past few days, we have been buying Staff of Earths. We've finally amassed a nice little stack and converted them all to air staffs. We're going to chuck them in and see how much we can get for them.
So since we're selling so many, I'm just going to sell 1, the lowest amount that I can, and see what the... Oh my, you are kidding me. Okay, now we're going to buy a Staff of Air. Okay, so now we are going to try to buy the Staff of Air to see how much we actually should sell it for.
Bruh.
1900. Okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna play it cool, right? We're gonna slow sell them. 1800. Not gonna get too greedy. We're gonna check back on this after a little while, and I will give you an update once these have sold.
Okay, I am here. Future Dan is reporting for duty. It's been about 12 hours. I've been playing on and off. I've been doing some Slayer tasks, as you can tell, and I'm pleased to report that all of them sold, boys. So we made around 1.3 mil in profit off of these Staff of Earths, and it just took a little patience, a little persistence, and an hour of mouse clicking, and number went up. Obviously margins aren't going to be this crazy all the time, but sometimes you just get a little bit lucky, and if you don't, it's still really nice margins. If we were to get the typical margins that we usually do on this, we'd still be looking at around like 5 to 600k, which isn't bad for a no requirement method. Not too bad in my opinion. So I wanted to include this clip because I wanted to talk about how nice high alching is and how passive it can be for a moneymaker. High alching, if you're unfamiliar, involves alching an item and then converting it into gold. The nice thing about the Grand Exchange is that you can buy a number of items that are typically sold for less than high alch value, and you can do that pretty consistently, such as the black Dragonhide bodies that I have in my inventory. Any of the Dragonhide bodies, honestly, green all the way up to black, are going to be a pretty good bet because they have a pretty high Grand Exchange limit, and you can stack them up quickly. They're always in supply, and they're always going to be profitable. One other great thing about high alching is that you can do it on the side with almost any other activity in RuneScape. So if you want, you can constantly be high alching and growing your cash stack. Alright, so next up is probably my favorite money-making method out of all of these, and you're really only going to need 4 things to get started. You're going to need soft clay, noted preferably, nature runes, a cash stack, and either a mud battle staff or water and earth runes. Now, to start this method, we are on world 330. We just use our teleport to house tablet. Once we are here outside the portal, we're going to use our soft clay on files, and he is going to unnote the soft clay for us. Then from here, we are going to enter a maxed house, and we are going to find a magic lectern, which is going to vary in any house that you are in. Once you find the magic lectern, you're simply going to click on it, and you are going to choose bones to bananas. Now, this isn't technically a 0 requirement method, but it's going to be the closest thing you're going to find. You'll need level 15 magic to cast bones to bananas on the tablets, but outside of that, you really just need all of your stacks of items, and you can come and go as you please. Once you're done with one inventory, all you're going to need to do is hop back out of the portal, use the soft clay on files again, and you can hit exchange all or 3 on your numpad. Go back to the house advertisement, go to a house that you know is going to have a lectern, and rinse and repeat. So you can probably see why this is one of my favorite money-making methods, and that's because you can set up your inventory once and everything's right there. You can just go out and back into the portal, grants magic experience, and it's super AFK, and it's very quick to do. So when you're done with your tabs, all you have to do is use the ornate jewelry box that they should have in their house, teleport back to the Grand Exchange. We have 600 completed. We're going to go see how much we can get for this. We're going to really quickly check the margins on this first. So we're going to sell one. We're going to take it down a little bit. So we sold it for 572, which is a lot less than I expected, which is not great. We're going to buy another one, but it says it's selling for 710, which is typically pretty accurate. It's 710, and it's not buying. Let's see what we actually have to spend to get one of these. We're going to do 800. We're going to see how much we need to spend to get one of these. So it's 790, a lot more than the 710 each for the Grand Exchange average. What we can do is we can probably sell these for like 700 and we're gonna do 750. Or if you sell it at the 500, whatever it was, you're still gonna make profit. But if you don't have a time restriction, the best way to do it is to just chuck them in and let them slow sell, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to check back up on this. As it stands right now, if we were to sell them for 750, let me do some quick math here. We take out 417, we're left with 333. So 333 in just straight profit. We should end up with just under 200K, 199,800 to be exact. And it really was not that time consuming. I actually did it pretty AFK. I was doing some chores, so it took about one load of dishes and one episode of Land of the Giants podcast. So, or about 40 minutes, roughly. We go through a lot of dishes. We all got problems, okay? Anyway,
Just logging back in, we're going to check to see how our offer is doing.
oh no.
Okay, great. So we are finished buying our Staffs of Earth and then our Bones of Bananas, most of which have sold. We're just going to keep them in at 750 and hope that the rest of them come back out. I don't know why we took that offer out.
Alright, so the rest of our Bones of Bananas tablets sold, and we did end up with right around 200k, which for being as AFK and as cheap as it is, it's a pretty nice little money maker, especially because you get magic experience. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is going to wrap it up for this batch of money makers. I have several more ideas that I'm pretty excited about, and thank you so much for watching this far, if you've made it. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully it was beneficial. If it was, or if it wasn't, let me know, and I will try to adapt. So with that, I will see you in the next one. Happy scaping.